If you're a bit short on cash or just love a bargain, then I've got you covered in this video. Welcome to 5 Under 5, where I recommend 5 games currently on sale for under £5 on the UK eShop, and then give you a chance to win a tenner so you can pick up a couple for yourself. Stick around for details about that later. So let's waste no more time and check out my 5 Under 5. Now first up is a game that regularly seems to go on sale, and that is the Way Remastered, which is a whopping 90% off and is a bargain-tastic 89 pence. 89 pence. Amazing. The Way Remastered reminds me of something like Another World from back in the Amiga days. I was very surprised by the quality of this game straight from the get-go, as it wastes no time revealing a really intriguing story as you play through a little prologue all set to an excellent music score. And what this game is a sci-fi puzzle platform game, and the puzzle elements are quite light, sort of flick this switch, dodge some security cameras, move item A to location B and so on. And whilst it can have its more difficult moments, such as one hit from an enemy or falling from a height instantly killing you, but what I really appreciated is that you almost instantly restart from just before the point from where you died, so you can get right back into the action. Now there's around 8 to 10 hours of gameplay for this one, and 89p really is a no-brainer. Now this one does come off sale sometime on the 3rd, unfortunately. My advice, stick it on your wish list, as it often hits around this massive 90% off price. Now next up, if you like the brilliant Celeste and maybe completed that game or just want more of the same, then I'm recommending Daggerhood, which is just £3.99 at the moment, and that's until the 10th of March. Now as I mentioned, this is very much a take on the Celeste style of play, as you navigate your hooded thief through a series of small rooms, having to avoid spikes and enemies to reach an exit. Like Celeste, there is a type of mid-air dash mechanic, but in this game it's activated by pressing Y to throw a dagger, and then hitting Y again to teleport to where the dagger currently is. It's a simple mechanic, and it's the basis of the whole game really, as you teleport to tiny platforms across pits, spikes, lava, etc. Now as the game goes on, more and more challenging puzzles present themselves, as well as new enemies and some simple power-ups that let you access locked areas. Each room you complete is graded with 3 stars based on how quickly you got to the exit, plus there are 5 jewels in each room to collect and a hidden fairy to find which disappears after a short while. This means there's a lot of challenge here if you want to 100% the game. I like Daggerhood a lot, and if you're into these sort of hard platforming type games, then I'd say this is a must-have. The next game on the list is a puzzle game, and this has been around for a while, and just like the Way Remastered, this often goes on a deep sale as well. That game is Tumblestone, and this one is just £3.47 at the moment and stays on sale until the 23rd of March. Now what I like about Tumblestone is how it tries to do something different. It's almost like it's taken a few elements from different puzzle games, put their own spin on it, and then put it all back together. The basic game sees you starting with a board full of coloured blocks, and your task is to remove blocks of the same colour to clear the board. Now you must choose 3 blocks of the same colour in a row to do this. The object as you work through each puzzle is to ensure you remove all the blocks on the board before you move on to the next, and avoid being left unable to match 3 blocks in one turn. There is a surprisingly huge story mode here, offering over 40 hours of gameplay, as well as an arcade mode and a local multiplayer party mode with up to 3 other human players or bots. It's a crying shame though that the online multiplayer from the other versions of the game are not present here. Now I really appreciate that there's a campaign mode for this game with a story running through it. Many puzzle games have nothing like this, and with a wealth of achievements to also unlock, you're getting a hell of a lot of content here for just a few quid. Definitely consider picking this one up, as it's a ton of fun. Now just to remind you, I have that giveaway coming up for £10 in eShop credit, so stick around, don't miss that. But before then, my next recommendation is Mana Spark. And this roguelike RPG is £4.49 at the moment and on sale until the 24th of March, so you've got a few weeks to pick this one up. Now whilst this has a very basic pixel art look, in fact it's probably one of the most basic examples of this art style, it does have some charm and conveys a lot of personality in its characters. But I'd say the main draw here is the excellent and deep gameplay mechanics. Mana Spark sees your archer setting off to find mana, and you do so by making runs through dungeons, which are handcrafted to ensure gameplay is tight and fun, but they're also randomised in their positioning, so you'll never have the exact same run twice. As you carry out your adventures, collecting gold and runes allows you to build up a small village in the forest, where shops and crafters will arrive, offering you upgrades on future runs. You will also come across rest areas in the dungeons, where you can buy new weapons or skills and also store items for future plays. I really like how the enemies work together here, such as the usually harmless if unprovoked boar can be commandeered by a fairly weak little elf and ridden around to chase you, teaming up to be more than their individual parts. And this is just one clever example of how dynamic the combat can get. It is a very tough game though, and these roguelike type games aren't for people who may get frustrated by having most of their progress reset, but I think it has a super addictive loop and one that I'll keep coming back to for sure. Now, before I talk about the final game, let's get to this eShop credit giveaway. I'll be giving away a £10 eShop voucher for the UK store, or a $10 voucher if you're in the American region, so you can hopefully pick up one of these great games for yourself. Now, all you need to do is ensure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and as the Switch is 2 years old this weekend, comment below how long you've had your Switch, and that's all you have to do. I'll draw the winner at 6 PM on Monday the 4th, and best of luck to everybody. So that brings us to our final game today, and that is going to be Late Shift. Now this one is quite a different sort of game for me. It's an FMV thriller, and not the sort of thing I would normally go for, as they tend to be one play and done, so I've been waiting for a price I'd be happy with. And I think £4.99 is about where it needs to be, as it's the price of a film rental. I won't spoil anything about the story at all, but I will say that I've been incredibly impressed by the production quality of this one. It really has been filmed to such a high quality and looks easily as good as anything you'd see on TV or Netflix. Now whilst there's no household name starring in it, the acting is pretty decent overall. Some bits feel a bit forced or hammy at times, but I think that's just a consequence of the multiple versions of the scenes they would have had to have filmed where the player is given a choice to make the progress in the story. There's also 7 different endings, so there's quite a bit of replayability here. And as I say, for under a £5, it really is something quite different to add to your library. Okay guys, that's it. That's my 5 games for under £5. I will do these videos maybe every couple of weeks just to keep updated on what's on sale. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, as I say, like and subscribe to be in with a chance of winning that eShop credit. And I will look forward to reading your comments. But until the next time, I will speak to you later. Bye bye.